this happen? Well, it's a long story.
Asgard is dead.
Hi there. What have you brought today? Tell me.
A contender.
It's main event time. And now, I give you your incredible...
Yes! We know each other. He's a friend from work. Oh, come on.
Oh snap! Oh snap! JoRadical here to talk about Thor Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok, Thor Rock and Roll, Thor Crescent Rolls. Here for more Crescent Rolls is JoRadical. I'll be your French toast for today. So we have the Thor Ragnarok teaser trailer. Thor Ragnarok, from what I understand, is like an amalgamation of Planet Hulk and The Unworthy Thor. Two very good storylines, so I don't imagine this movie could be very bad at all. But I've been proven wrong several times. Suicide Squad! Jesus, that was something got caught in my throat. I think it was a terrible movie. We jump in almost immediately to Thor being dangled down via chain into these fiery depths. I believe it is one of two places. It is either Sakaar, the planet Sakaar where most of this movie takes place, but I believe it's going to be the domain of Hela, however you pronounce her name. She is what I believe is the main villain in this movie, and she is conveniently the goddess of death. So being dangled down into fiery depths makes quite a bit of sense. After a brief comment by Thor, we see him launching Mjolnir in a completely new location at the Goddess of Death herself, and she grabs it. She is one of only two people, by my memory, that have lifted the hammer, aside from Odin. You have Thor and the Vision. So Hela helicopter, she is either worthy, somehow, or she has some crazy strong magic that we have not seen yet. Then Hela grabs Mjolnir and just smashes it, just breaks it like it's a little baby light bulb, and it creates a huge power shockwave that destroys what I can only assume is a city block. Then, with a snippet of Led Zeppelin, we see Hela in some more classic comic gear. I believe that's how she looked in the comic books. Then a separate scene of Hela where she looks out at the armies of Asgard and tells them that Asgard is dead, then brandishes her blade and a huge explosion happens that knocks Thor back, and the way the trailer is cut, it looks like he's knocked directly to this new planet known as the planet of Sakaar. Backtracking just a little bit, Hela is the goddess of death, and she is released early on in the film by Loki, I believe, who, if you remember, is impersonating Odin at this point. So rule in Asgard is very uneasy, for lack of a better term. And if you can recall, in Age of Ultron, Heimdall told Thor that he would lead Asgard to hell. A vision that he would lead Asgard to hell, which, as we can see now, is happening almost too literally. When Thor lands in Sakaar, he is captured by these really cool-looking Star Wars-type characters on the junk planet of Sakaar. He is then dragged off by Valkyrie, who is a member of a group of female warriors known as the Valkyries. Anyways, she drags him off to Jeff Goldblum's character, the Grandmaster. If you're unfamiliar, the Grandmaster is this ageless elder in the Marvel Universe, and he's also a relative of the Collector, we've already seen in previous films, played by Benicio del Toro. The Grandmaster asks Valkyrie what he's been brought, and she tells him that he's a contender. Then we see Heimdall slashing up some baddies, we see a cool ship flying into the distance, and then we see who I think is the Executioner from Marvel Comics, who is one of Asgard's greatest warriors. He's the son of a storm giant and an Asgardian. We see him firing off 2 assault rifles, which looks kind of out of place, but also very cool at the same time. We see some soldiers fighting, we see Hela doing flips over warriors, and then we see Loki, who is no longer, I guess, under the Odin facade. Maybe he comes out of it to help take over Asgard or something similar, which is kind of weird considering he already has the power. Maybe he comes out to take it from Hela. Then we get to undoubtedly the best part of this teaser trailer, where Thor comes out ready for battle, puts on an awesome comic-looking helmet, and waits for his opponent to come out. And then we see that his opponent is the Incredible Hulk in this awesome Planet Hulk-looking gear. And instead of being incredibly terrified as anybody else would be, he shouts, "Yes." And then we see a shot of the Grandmaster sitting up in his little podium, and down the couch from him is Loki. So, maybe he actually had a part in this whole scheme to get Thor off of the planet. Thor basically says, "It's cool, I know this guy. He's my friend from work." Hulk looks at him, clearly much less amused than his friend, and then Hulk charges him, and they start to fight. Now, this trailer is done very well. In fact, it raises more questions than it even answers, like, why is Heimdall out of his armor? Is he in the same place as Thor? Is that big portal that the plane flies into, is that what takes Thor or the Hulk to Sakaar? Why are the Valkyries, who are warriors of Odin, fighting Hela? And why are they now helping Jeff Goldblum? There's not Jeff Goldblum, the Grandmaster. So it's a lot of stuff that we aren't very sure about yet, which I think is a wonderful way to do the trailer. It doesn't reveal too much. Then again, it is a teaser, but it's a good one at that. I'm hoping that it takes quite a bit from Planet Hulk, considering Planet Hulk may be the best Hulk storyline that I've read, and it leads to some of the greater ones. And I hope that Loki, for our sake, is not trying to help the Grandmaster and is instead trying to help his brother, which would make a lot of sense considering where we last saw him. That, and I'm sure Loki wouldn't want to leave Asgard to Hela, considering he basically just got power, and I think that's all he's ever really wanted. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Please tell us if you want us to do anything else. That's it for today's trailer. I guess I'll see you next time when I proceed to eat an entire bag of Hershey's Kisses on camera, and then cry for like, I don't know, 90 minutes or something.
Music business hate me cause the industry ain't make me. Hustlers and boosters embrace me in the music I be making. I dumb down for my audience and double my dollars. They criticize me for, yet